Hello, and welcome back to Circle Master's inability to play music on stream. I'm Circle Master. I will only do this intro so many more times because I keep forgetting to do things like hit record. Whoa, did anybody else see that bear? Of course not, nobody else saw that bear. That bear wasn't doing nothing suspicious. All bears look like that. So we're at a point where we might actually gain a level soon. That'll be nice. Gaining levels is always appreciated. At least when we do it. But yeah, needless to say, I don't have the playlist up anymore. Yet another song got claimed. And I think it's a bad content ID match because the claim, the claimed song is a completely different title from the title provided, on Storyblocks. So maybe it's just an unfortunate coincidence. Who can say? Not me. I made the mistake of publishing a video this morning since all the copyright claims on it were cleared, but there is still one pending on the episode that I would publish tomorrow, which means I can't publish it tomorrow, which means we're once again not going to, oh wait, was I supposed to publish it today and I couldn't because it's still pending? I don't remember. Everything's a blur to me at this point. I'm making streams, I'm recording videos of them, I'm putting them on YouTube, they're getting claimed. It's all jumbled together in my head. And I don't appreciate it, and I wish it would stop. But I feel like the only way that it will stop is if I commission original music for me to use in the background of leveling to 99 streams. And that costs money. I don't have money. So yeah, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Definitely not gonna get a sneak legendary this evening. Hey, Jen's Duck. Skyrim does not have a rubber band for the sneak part. What Skyrim has is an auto-run key, and it is bound to C by default, I believe. It's at least bound to C for me, and I don't remember changing it. So you see, if I hit C again, I will stop climbing the wall here, and I can look around and see, yep, that's a bear. And that's the cart, where I should have picked up a bow, but I didn't, and I think you can see a little something there by the skeleton. But yeah, and I hit C and I'm mashing my face into the rock and I'm grinding sneak. Also, I'm using keyboard and mouse, so a rubber band would have not been appropriate anyway. It would have been like a stack of coins on W. But no, Skyrim is on PC, so I just use auto run. And that makes it completely hands-free until I go to level up. At which point I have to hit tab and do things. And unfortunately, I don't have another PC game that I can also grind to level 99 hands-free. Otherwise, I would do like 3/4, you know, 1/4 Skyrim, 1/4 Final Fantasy IX, 1/4 other game. And then I can have the fight counter in the alert box in the last corner. You know, somebody brought up Oblivion last night. I don't know how you do that. Because, like, if you get to Sneak 100 in Oblivion, you're gonna gain some levels. Except you're not, because you need to rest to level up in Oblivion. And I don't think there is a way to do that in the prison escape. I could be wrong. But, like, once you max out Sneak, you're gonna stop gaining levels. So how would you get to level 99 in Oblivion? Or whatever the level cap is. On a rat. I don't know what on a rat means in this context. Can you continue to gain Speechcraft if you max out the King's or Emperor's affinity? Okay, sneak to 100 on a rat. Yeah, I get that. But, like, you're gonna run out of skills to max out before you run out of levels to gain. Also, I don't know what the level cap is in Oblivion. Oh, okay, so you just punch him to make him mad at you and then talk to him again. Okay. I'll get you to 80? I'm surprised they can get that high, but at the same time, oh my god, that'd be so tedious. Because like with the combat skills against the king, you, what, hit him twice until they aggro and then you yield and then you do it again. Repeat forever. And it takes so many casts of a spell or swings of a weapon to get to 100 in those skills. And it's far from idle. Like, Skyrim is hands-free. That you're talking about absolutely not hands-free. And if we're already going not hands-free, then I can do, you know, Fallout 4 or something. But the idea is to do something hands-free so that I can use the controller for Final Fantasy IX and not have to be constantly trying to juggle inputs across different things. No, I get that he's essential, but like, you're gonna aggro all the blades in the escape sequence. And they will murder you. And I guess it's the same thing with the goblin. Yeah, you can grind block against the goblin, but you're still going to take damage, and you can't kill the goblin. So, like, how do you get away so that you can rest to restore your magicka and health? It went up to 76. You may not have been here for that, but yeah, it takes a while. When you get to the, hey, there you go. 78. Speak the name of the devil and he shall appear. Right, but restoration costs magicka. You'll run out of magicka. So how do you get away from the goblins so you can rest or wait an hour to get your magicka back without killing the goblin? It autofills at like a horribly slow rate. That does not scale. I like, clearly Oblivion is off the table for a hands-free run. Or a hands-free level up. And I'm not in the market for a level grind to use, or a level grind to do instead of Final Fantasy IX, because Final Fantasy IX has got to get done. So now I'm curious if I could get a hands-free, or at least close enough to hands-free, Vampire Survivor run. Also, I've gained like 1,000 XP and oh, it's been like 20 minutes. Never mind. I thought I was getting XP faster than I was. Oh, if I go 2 hours, it'll be close. Yeah, there are builds that can build up to idle, but like idle start to finish, I think it's harder because you're kind of obligated to start with the well, I guess you could start with the newer boss character that starts with the evolved wand. But it's like, it's either the evolved wand boss character or the guy who starts with garlic. And it would probably have to be the guy that starts with garlic because the evolved wand is going to shoot things like all over the place. And you need things to die close enough to you that you will collect the experience gems. So it kind of has to be Garlic Man. And then you have to just hope that you can build into, like, the Bible and probably the guns. Although, again, guns are tough because, like, you kind of need to take a tracked orb so that you can actually collect some experience gems without moving. And this is all predicated on you surviving the initial elites. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. Oh, you're talking about the setup to kill death. Yeah, I did that. That's not really a way to play the game normally because you are at level 2 for the entire run until death appears. I'm talking about like a legit kills enemies while being idle kind of build. Although I you know, the Rune Tracer build does technically kill enemies. But there's no thought to that. That's just get character, reroll until you get Rune Tracer, go to place, wait 30 minutes. Like, that's not interesting to me. The interesting thing to me is the various builds you get, the building up different combinations of weapons and all that stuff. Leveling routes. That's the kind of thing I want to see. I want to see a legit idle run. So yeah, I'm not sure it's possible. because, like, the first elite's just gonna kill you. Unless you take the boss character, in which case everything's gonna die before it reaches you until things don't die, and then you die. Yeah, you could use death, but then again, you're not collecting XP gems from the evolved weapon that he starts with. No, the one that I was thinking of was, I think it's called Llama or something. Like the red-haired giant ball guy. It's like a giant man snail thing. He starts with the evolved magic wand. So it's auto-firing, auto-aiming at the closest enemy. Yeah, Evolved Pentagram would collect gems for you, but, like, an elite's gonna kill you before you gain that. Because, like, you have to wait for the 10-minute boss to even get that. Yeah, Death starts with the max axe, just like the other boss starts with max magic wand. But, like, if you're playing as one of those boss characters, you're gonna kill enemies before they get close enough to you for the experience gems they drop to be within your radius. So you will just be surrounded by XP gems that you're not collecting. But those are the characters that have weapons that can kill elites. Whereas if you start with Garlic Man, enemies will die next to you, so you will be able to collect the experience gems and level up. But the first elite's just gonna walk up to you and kill you. I have no idea what Maze on Win 98 is. Okay. I don't think I ever had that screensaver. But then again, I grew up with Apple computers. It was not until significantly later that I got into PC gaming. Like, I built my first PC so that I could play Counter-Strike. Well, it's not really an AI if it's just using the left-hand rule. But a left-hand rule... A lot of people erroneously think a left-hand rule or the right-hand rule, if they're going to follow the right wall, will solve any maze, and it won't. For one thing, it doesn't work on any mazes with interior walls. You won't explore the entire maze if there is any separate chunk of wall within the maze. What it will do, with 100% certainty, is eventually bring you back to the place you started. So if you're going to like a cornfield maze in real life, and you don't want to be the person who gets stranded in the cornfield maze for 6 hours, left-hand rule. Even if you don't find the whatever's in the cornfield maze that is the objective, you will find your way back to the entrance and you can just leave. Oh, but that requires playing Final Fantasy X2, or 10-2. I always want to say X2. I was not a fan of Final Fantasy X. I really tried to give it an honest shot when it first came out, because I had been out of Final Fantasies for a while. But, I just couldn't hang on. Let's grab some more health. Why not? Now look at that, we're level 30. We're a third of the way there, sort of. Kinda, sorta. Not really. Much like the JRPG grinds, the Skyrim grind will take longer and longer as our level goes up. The better measure of progress is 26 masteries. The masteries are going to come evenly spaced, because that is entirely based on skill level, which resets itself on Bond Mastery. Now, right now we have 2. Working on the 3rd. Well, don't tell anyone, Jen's deck, but I never played Final Fantasy IX. And from the mechanics that I've experienced thus far, I do not want to play Final Fantasy IX. Everything is way too gear dependent. No XP Final Fantasy VIII run. I'm gonna tell you another secret, Jen's deck. I never played Final Fantasy VIII except for grinding to level 99 in the training area in Balam Garden. Which turned out to heavily rely upon Shiva. Yes, they were ice tatas. You say it like it's a bad thing. I don't know what the Frank reference would be. I don't know what that's a reference to. FDT. Where would the DT come from? Like, I would have needed to name the mage Tails, or, sorry. Yeah, but like, Frank, if I just name the character Frank, then I'd have Frank, it would be Dummy Frank Stupid, or, no, Stupid. It'll show it. My brain stopped working. I would have needed to name the night guy Frank, and then the alive character Dummy, and then the mage Tails to make that work. Right, no, I don't know where you're getting, like, if I name him Frank, I don't know where the D and the T come from other than the other party members' names. In which case, like, if I just change Tails to Frank, then the initials are F and D and S, and not in that order. So, like, I'm trying to figure out where the DT part in the FDT comes in, or comes from. Well, apropos of nothing, I think it's about time for tonight's table topic. Are you ready for tonight's table topic, Jen's Duck? Are you, the viewer on YouTube who isn't actually there because nobody watches these videos, ready for tonight's table topic? I'm sure it will be another bad one. What was the last bad one? Oh yeah, has a comic book ever given you nightmares? No. Like, what is the discussion there? Anyway, tonight's table topic. Did you read Choose Your Own Adventure books? I've already talked about this this week, I think I talked about it yesterday. I had a whole thing about player agency. Or narrative agency. Yes, I read Choose Your Own Adventure books. I liked them a great deal. They were... I think they and video games were instrumental in my view on media my whole life. Jen's Duck, did you read Choose Your Own Adventure books? I have to give the Table Topics credit for being able to reference Choose Your Own Adventure books, because they're pretty niche. Maybe not as niche as I think they are. But then I was a loser. And also the only one that I knew who enjoyed them growing up. Goosebumps and Animorphians. Like, Goosebumps that I read were just books. Were there Choose Your Own Goosebumps adventures? I wouldn't be surprised. And then I know nothing of Animorphs. I never read Animorphs as a kid. I have no idea. I'm guessing based on the memes that people post that it's about kids who turn into animals. You wrote some in textbooks, like you defaced textbooks in school, or you write textbooks and you include some as study material type of ways to engage students. I'm guessing the former, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't know what you do for a living. Maybe you write textbooks. Yeah, so it's the defacing textbooks thing. Good old gamer word. Can't say the gamer word. Although when you're a little kid, you're not really familiar with the gamer word. You have to get older before you understand the real offensive slurs. A state certified drug seller. What are you, a pharmacist? Pharmacy technician? Do you just work at a CVS? I mean, technically, you could be a bartender and do that. Be a state-certified drug seller. So here you go, sir. Here's a pint of wheat-flavored poison. Also known as beer. Oh, we are 10 fights away from an auspicious occasion. I don't know. What qualifies as a drug? I don't know. Because obviously there are non-addictive drugs, so addiction is not a part of it. But, like, so many things that you ingest have a chemical effect on your body. And alcohol is definitely a thing you ingest that has a chemical effect on your body. So in that broad definition, it's a drug, but so is literally everything. Well, everything that is consumable. So yeah, what... You tell me, is alcohol a drug? It's regulated by the state. Also, it would have been funnier if you said you're a state-certified drug dealer. That sounds way more illicit. I'm waiting for Jen's deck to tell me if alcohol is a drug or not. This may be a thinker. This may be stumping the pharmacy technician we have in the chat. What is a drug? Uses up vitamins in your body. Okay. Well, this level grind is definitely using up vitamins in my body. Cue the song, I Want a New Drug. Cue copyright strike. I have heard of Whitest Kids You Know. I have watched some of it, but not all of it. I don't know how many seasons it ran. I would get a strike because Twitch and YouTube use automatic content ID matching to basically have the algorithm issue copyright strikes. Also, Whitest Kids You Know did not perform the song I Want a New Drug. My first thought is to say it's Huey Lewis, but I'm not sure about that and probably wrong. Weird Al Yankovic did a parody of it called I Want a New Duck. And here we go. Look at that. We got 5 twos in a row. 5 of the same number. I think, in my pattern-seeking brain, this is an auspicious occasion. One that will only happen 11 more times in this entire grind. You brought what to a friend's attention? You brought Whitest Kids You Know to a friend's attention? What is the problem with that? It was a comedy sketch show. It was the 2000s answer to Kids in the Hall. Remember Kids in the Hall? Remember when my internet connection was stable? And I wasn't dropping frames? Oh, how I wish there were, Jen's duck. What is going on with my internet? No, there is no shorter trance option. I wish there were. I also wish I could disable the cinematic camera swoops. Like, I understand that dissolve at the start is to hide some of the loading. But, like, I think by the time the camera is swooping around in the battlefield, you know, on the battle screen here, pretty sure it's loaded. Yeah, I think we're gonna hit a level up before the end of this stream. If we continue on this pace. I will say, for like the past 2 hours, I've been really craving ice cream. And I have no ice cream. And I have no ability to get ice cream. And I'd really like to celebrate this level up with ice cream. I just needed to vent that, so I'm sorry. There's Sneak 86. We got 10 sneak levels so far, which is good because the last 10 are going to be even longer. Hopefully we will get another mastery, no, not mastery, another legendary of Sneak tomorrow. That'll be nice. Level today, legendary tomorrow. I don't know how the level curve is going to flatten out, or I should say steepen, in Skyrim. Like, I don't know how many skill levels it's going to take to go from 98 to 99, for example. I'm not sure equipment management would affect it. Because at a certain point, you can just bare fist enemies, right? I would think. And only certain weapons actually degrade. Maybe I'm just thinking of the kid's bottle rockets. What's his face? I literally can't remember the nerd's name. But yeah, it would just be an issue of can you survive in the starting area. And then how you refresh the enemies, I don't know. I don't know how Earthbound refreshes the overworld of enemies. Or the map. Oh yeah, the bag would be full. That would be annoying. I guess it depends on how frequently they drop. And I guess it depends on what screen actually has enemies and the ability to go perpetually. Jeff. I think Jeff is the default name of the nerd. Yay, it's a back attack from 2 wolvies. But I caught it this time. So this will allegedly save me a turn of battle. So I can change row and then do 2 attacks, that's 3 rounds. Because from the back row I can't one-shot enemies, it'd be 4 rounds if I just sat in the back row. But it only works if I see it. If I get off even 1 attack before I notice that I'm in a back attack against 2 wolves, then it does not save me any time to change rows. And I also don't save any time if the back attack is against a goblin and a wolf. Because that's 3 rounds either way. Yes, I've heard of Ulalilia. I have no interest in playing Kingdom Hearts. I never had any interest in playing Kingdom Hearts. When it was first announced, I thought it sounded like a stupid idea. And it is apparently now so wrapped up in its own lore as to be impenetrable. So yeah, hard pass. Oh boy, trance. Have a good night, Jinsduck, or a good day. I don't know where you are at. I guess it's day for you. Enjoy it, whatever it is. How's it going, Respector? R-Spector? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say that. My first thought was Respector, which could be wrong. Thank you for tuning in. FF7 was indeed epic. And also, fuck Dick Tree. R-Spector, okay. Unfortunately, FF9 is going to take 4 to 6 times as long. So I'm doing Skyrim 2 in the meantime. Don't ask me why. It's a distraction from FF9's monotony to add auto running into this cave wall that you see before you. I am indeed. Let me turn off auto run, in fact, and wake my mouse up so I can pan the camera. There's that bear. I'm in Helgen Cave, I think it's called. I'm in the cave under Helgen Keep in the tutorial. There's a bear sleeping there. I'm auto running against this wall to grind Snake. And when it hits 100, I make it legendary. And after I make it legendary 26 times, and then gain a few more sneak levels, I'll have hit level 99 in the starting area in Skyrim. Sometimes I don't know either, I'll be honest. But I did FF7, and then I did FF8 and Final Fantasy Tactics, because I knew those would be very fast because they scale, and I was curious which was faster. Tactics is the answer. It was 5 to 6 hours, I think, whereas 8 was 12 to 13. This is, like, very rough estimate. About 2,500 hours. Oh, I've been going at this on and off for quite a while. Sometimes I stream it, sometimes I do it off camera. People have wanted me to stream it, though, which is odd because I do stream it and then I have no viewers. So I don't know who. Maybe somebody just intellectually wants me to stream it, but they don't actually want to watch it. So I don't know. I'm trying to do it more regularly, but when I do it off camera, I tend to do it for more time. When I do it on stream, I can generally only go 2-ish hours. But you're in luck, in case you didn't see the XP counter at the end of that last battle. We should be gaining a level tonight, which is a rare occasion. It'll probably be in like half an hour, but it should happen. Yeah, there we go. 1593 to go, and we get 46 every fight. I can't do math, but that's a certain amount of time. Yeah, 35 fights is definitely relatively half an hour from now. Yeah, if you're gonna watch any of it, this is the moment to watch. Or at least it will be. So if you can hang in for half an hour, then we'll get to see that glorious level up screen for half a second. I guess it's more than half a second technically. I don't know how long it is. I guess it depends on how quickly I hit the button. Or does it? I don't remember. Because 7, when you leveled up, you got the level up thing and it automatically faded away. I'm pretty sure it does automatically fade away. So yeah. It'll be a glorious brief moment in time. We might find out empirically if I remember to not hit a button when that time comes. But, 20 minutes from now is an eternity for my brain. My brain no longer works correctly. I have cognitive impairment. And memory is the hardest hit. Memory and math. The two M's. I really struggle with basic math now. And I struggle to remember things. And that is all a function of chronic migraines. They suck. Do not recommend. And in fact, I was supposed to call my neurologist today and did not remember until just this moment. So I will have to try to remember to call the neurologist tomorrow. What are you talking about? I use those potions to heal. And generally, over the long term, they drop slightly less than I use. So I do occasionally buy more potions. Oh no, I'm not invincible. Not remotely. Final Fantasy IX has everything dependent on gear. Your stat growth, your skills, everything is gear dependent. I'm not getting any new gear because I'm just staying on this screen. My stats are better, but they improve so little that I cannot reliably one-shot enemies from the back row yet. I can one-shot the goblins from the back row, but I cannot one-shot the wolves from the back row. Even with trance, I cannot reliably one-shot the wolves from the back row. And I'm level 60 something, 60 or 61. I just literally just blanked out on it. 60. I'm going to 61. And I can't one-shot a basic enemy from the back row. Which means I have to stay in the front row. Which means I'm taking 15 to 20 damage per hit. Something like that. $24 from that one. So yeah, I still need to heal. This loser is the opposite of invincible. He's very invincible. Yep. It's not... I don't guarantee its accuracy because I have to manually hit a button to make the counter go down, and sometimes I forget, or I'm not paying enough attention, or, you know, I press the button but it doesn't register as a press, so it doesn't deprecate the counter, and I don't pay close enough attention to it to notice that the number doesn't change. And speaking of bad memory, I keep telling myself I'm going to reconcile the counter with the actual number of fights remaining based on the XP. And then I keep not doing that. Unfortunately, there's not much for me to talk about. We're just kind of waiting with bated breath for the hype moment. I will say I really ought to be doing more than 2 hours a day if I'm going to finish in any reasonable length of time. I forget how I figured, because again, extrapolating estimates across such a large number of hours is bound to lead to gross inaccuracy, because any slight inaccuracy in a small sample size compounds greatly. So my rough estimate is a total of 2,500 hours, but it could be as few as, say, 1,900 hours. Because, again, sample size. But, based on previous sample size, yeah, I think a little less. I think it's more in the 50 to 55 second range, which does make a difference. Because again, a lot of fights. But if I were able to do this 8 hours a day, it would take me less than a year to finish. If I did it 8 hours a day. Unfortunately, as you can surmise, I don't make enough streaming to do this 8 hours a day. So I either need a vast improvement in viewership, which isn't going to happen, or to figure out how to not sleep at night so I can spend that time grinding instead. One of the two. It's not 2.5 years at 8 hours a day, I don't think. Yeah, 2 hours a day. Yeah. So yeah, 8 hours a day would be like in the 9-month-ish range. One quarter of 2.5. So yeah, things are bad. So yeah, your shitty calculator says 2.5 years at a minute each. But how long would it be at 55 seconds each? Because a 5-second difference times 122,177 is a lot of minutes. Like, that's a lot of time. So any small optimization adds up tremendously. It will get faster in the battles where there is a wolf attacking me and I'm in the back row. Because it will go from 3 or 4 rounds of combat down to 2 rounds of combat. Unfortunately, it will not hasten the load screens or the fanfare or anything like that. So it's not like the battles will take half as long. The battles will take 90% as long. It will be so it'll be a negligible, well, I say negligible. Again, we're extrapolating out 100,000 battles. But, like, I don't know what rate is, like, how many battles out of 100 are back attacks. Which are the battles that put me in the back row. The only other benefit would be being able to put my character in the back row all the time, which ought to have the damage. That's usually how it works in Final Fantasy games. Which in turn will mean I need to heal myself with potions less often. But it also means that I will overflow on potions instead of having a normalized amount, where I'm using only slightly more than I'm collecting. If I use significantly less than I collect, I will hit 99 potions, and once I hit 99 potions, or 99 of any item, any encounter that drops that item will create a text pop-up in the treasure screen, adding time. So I would not even want to put myself in the back row to have the damage that I take, because it would screw up the inventory far more than it would save time on healing. So the only time save would be those edge cases of back attacks involving wolves, where it saves a round or 2 of combat. I sell them to the vendor when I go back to save the game at the end of the stream. And it's the same with all the other items that drop, except potions, which, again, I use slightly more than drop. So I will very occasionally need to buy potions from that same vendor. What I should do is take a moment before I level up to note my character's stats, and then compare that to the stats after I level up. Hey, speaking of level up, we leveled up in Skyrim. Let's turn off the auto run while I do this. Wake up, Master Mouse. I need you. Let's get some more health. Why not? There we go. We're level 31. We are auto-running again. Cool. Stop sliding against the rock. Hey, Malik. I don't know what you mean by time saves. Like we're discussing a hypothetical situation where my stats are high enough to kill enemies in one shot from the back row. I'm still doing the same thing I've been doing. Oh, like the first time my inventory overflowed, I figured out, oh, I'm getting extra pop-ups that I had to click through. I say click through, I mean mash X through, but... It took very few battles for that to annoy me. You know what? I'm gonna pull up the status now. Whoops, that was the wrong button. I wanted status. Can somebody do me a solid and write those numbers down? Strength, speed, or speed, strength, magic, spirit, attack, defense, evade. Because if I alt-tab out of Skyrim, it messes with things. Thank you. Is it a screenshot that you can read? I guess if nothing else, I could check the recording afterward, but I'd rather see right now because I will forget. And when I say right now, I mean after I level up. Which is minutes away. Single-digit minutes away. Cool, thank you, Roman. You want me to call you Roman or Spectre? Let me know. There's no such thing as anonymity on the internet. I hate to tell you this. I've talked to too many feds. Alec taking shots. I think we're 4 fights away. I think we're gonna end it on 12:21:60. No, I could be completely wrong. I can't do basic math. I said this. So yeah, just ignore everything I say related to math. If I say a number, don't trust it. Like, when I say sneak increase to 92, check the VOD, make sure of that. Because I could easily be wrong. Yeah, we're definitely 3 away now, I think. So yeah, it's gonna be not a nice round number. Oh well. Also, I love how I had 1 viewer for most of the stream. But now that we're minutes away from the level up, I've jumped up to 5 viewers. How do they know? How do they know? Alright, here it is. Oh my goodness. Our Spectre, thank you so much for that. That is unbelievably generous. Thank you. I literally just remembered that I'm not going to hit the button. I'm going to see if it fades on its own. But here we go. Okay, it did fade on its own. It stayed up for like a second. And yeah, tool assisted, I don't know how long this would take, I'll be honest. Faster than I could do it because a bot doesn't need to sleep. So how is this going to compare? We have the same speed, the same strength, the same magic, the same spirit, the same attack, the same defense, the same evade, the same magic defense. It's all the same. My stats did not go up. There you go. Not even... Well, the HP went up by 2. And the MP did not go up at all. So, we gained 2 hit points that level up and literally nothing else. Because everything is tied to gear, and we have the starting gear. Oh, did I get the fight? Did I get the half fight? I needed it. Oh, I got it at like the last possible second. So on this screen, you always fight one enemy, so it gives half experience. And on the way, at the start of the stream, going the other way, I got into a fight. So I had a half of a fight's worth of XP. And now on the way back, I got another half of a fight's worth of XP, so I hit the button. And I have a still inline XP counter. But yeah, 47 eye drops, so if I sat grinding for long enough, I would overflow on eye drops. And my potions are definitely lower than what they started as. So I'm slightly spending down potions more than I'm getting them. But this was an exciting time. We got the level up. And we're gonna call it a night on that. And if you're watching on YouTube, the secret word is neurologist. If you've made it to the end of the video, comment neurologist to remind me to call my neurologist when I read your comment, because I'll have forgotten again. And let's not forget to save in... Wow, I was quite far up that rock wall, I think. Save in Skyrim. And that'll do it for tonight. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I especially want to thank our Spectre for the generous tip in on the special occasion of the level up. Hopefully the next one won't take months. So thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, take care.